Hey guys, so I'm reviewing Spirits of Vengeance, number 4. Um, this series is dull. It's pretty boring, and I mean, it's not what you would think a title like Spirits of Vengeance and would have Ghost Rider, Blade, Damien Hellstrom, and Satana as the main characters. And I think this book is a prime example of how a team book can be dull and uninteresting. And like as I was reading, I was kind of thinking of this analogy. You look at like you look at some of the other team books out there, especially in the DC realm, and the story is the team, like the team dynamic, how they're interacting with each other, what their flaws, what they bring to the table, what they don't bring to the table. They're the story, and what happens around them is like the icing on the cake. What they're doing is like the icing. This is a prime example of the story is around them and they're just moving through it. Like, you could have interchanged any one of these characters with somebody else and it would be the exact same. There's no difference, there's no real like depth to any of these characters. So the story so far is there's a sorcerer. He's gathering up the pieces of silver that Judas got for betraying Jesus, and asked a demon to forge a weapon that can kill angels. Then there's a covenant every 1,000 years between heaven and hell, and they agree upon terms, of like, hey, we'll do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And that'll be it, and then they stay out of each other's way for the next 1,000 years. So now this weapon that is being forged from the Judas silver is going to exploit a loophole within that. Or, it's going to somehow disrupt that covenant. And again, the story seems so cool. But that's it. The story is cool. I don't care about these people. These people are lame. They're dumb. They're nothing. If anything, it just makes me want a Ghost Rider book and a Blade book to get them out of here and, give me something a little more, edgy to read. So I'm just going to kind of flip through this one. But the one thing that I've kind of gotten into on this book is the Disney style art. You have, it looks like an evil Disney princess or whatever, and it's like, it's kind of just dull, but it's gotten better. At least seems a little more, a little more detailed beyond that. So here you have Blade and Satana kind of hunting down a lead to try and find the Judas silver. But again, they're like, Blade, I think in this whole book has like 3 lines. I don't understand why he's even in this book. Like, why are you going to have a character like Blade and ruin it by giving him nothing to work on? So they get some information about, hey, someone's forging this Weapon, go here. So then this part's hilarious. So they go to a volcano where this demon has been forging this weapon, and it totally makes sense. You see Damien Hellstrom, Satana, and Ghost Rider Okay, they're in the volcano. I can get that. Demon, spirit of hell. Half vampire, half human. How is this possible? Like, how is that working? Like, have they enchanted him with something that can prevent him from being, I don't know, burned alive? Because, I don't know, he's a vampire and a human. It's just, like, I saw that, I'm like, how is that even working? So then, he pretty much gives up that they're bust up the covenant and this and that. And this is where the art really, like, I was like, what's even going on here? Like, so they kind of get into a fight, and then, Ghost Rider is like, bah. But then what is this? Like, it just looks like a meteor or something, and then all of a sudden the guy's in shackles. So, I mean, again, the art is just like, it's getting better. Like, it's definitely better than the first issue, but it is just not, it's just okay. Now, it's not the last issue of Daredevil bad, which I'm kind of thinking about doing a video on that. Let me know if you guys want to hear like older reviews, since I'm like getting back into videos, like go back and do a review. I'm definitely thinking about doing a Daredevil one just because the art on that is just so horrible. But so anyway, let's flip through. I'm gonna skip all the way to the end because this is this is kind of spoiler alert, but this is the art right here. So to me, and I don't know if that looks like Brock Swanson from what was it? What was that Johnny Quest ripoff? The Venture Brothers. I mean, so the Angel Michael is essentially Brock Swanson. That made me laugh. I was like, okay. And then, like, you can tell where artists get a lot of their inspiration from. But yeah, so I mean, again, this whole series has just been kind of again, it's a cool story, great concept, but there is literally no meshing of a team. They kind of just all fell into place, Again, I don't even know why Blade's in there. He was just kind of like a phone call away, I guess, in one issue. They were like, hey, let's call Blade, and, it just kind of happened. I wish, who did the cover art? The cover artist is Dan Mora. I wish he would have done the entire issue because this looks awesome. Them as a team here looks awesome. But in the book, it's like, it's kind of boring and bland. And again, Disney-esque. All right, well, let me know what you guys think. Hit the subscribe over here. Watch another video if you want over here. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. What you want to see, what you don't want to see. I'll have some more up later. All right, see ya.